Shaq's criticism pushes KD to the edge after his latest injury drama explodes online. Kevin Durant finally responds as the GOAT debate turns personal and heated.
Is he one of the greatest of all time? Yes.
He's one of the greatest ever.
Should he be in that conversation?
Shaq has never held back when talking about Kevin Durant. Now that KD is dealing with another injury, Shaq has once again stepped into the discussion. But this time, Durant didn't stay quiet. He responded online, and the situation quickly turned into another big NBA social media argument. Before the drama, the injury itself became a major talking point. KD has had several injuries in his career, but this one stood out because of when it happened. He was in the middle of the first-round playoff series between the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Lakers when he got hurt. At first, it was reported as just an ankle sprain, and he missed a few games while fans waited for updates on his return later. The situation got more serious. The diagnosis was updated from a simple sprain to an ankle bone bruise, which changed expectations about his recovery. Dr. Marco Lopez, a physical therapist and strength specialist who co-founded the Basketball Doctors, later broke down the injury in detail in a video analysis.
Breaking news, guys. We have an update on Kevin Durant's injury, and it's actually worse than we thought.
According to Lopez, an ankle sprain is already serious, but a bone bruise can sometimes be even more troublesome in different ways.
So with these ankle sprains, a lot of people are like, hey, he could play through it, but they later said it was an ankle bone bruise.
The injury happened when the bones in the ankle hit each other during a bad twist or roll of the foot. The talus and malleolus collide with enough force to cause internal bleeding in the bone and tiny cracks. Because of this, recovery can take several weeks or even months.
And microfracturing of the actual bone. And it's very minor, but these bone bruising, they take a while.
Healing is not fast. In some cases, it can take about 2 weeks, but in others it may last up to 2 months. The pain usually gets worse when pressure is put on the foot. Swelling increases, movement becomes harder, and even simple walking becomes difficult. Because of this, the Houston Rockets ruled KD out for several games. Coach Ime Udoka also said the bone bruise was the main concern in his recovery. Looking at Durant's injury history makes the situation feel even more serious. His biggest setback came during the 2019 NBA Finals while playing for the Golden State Warriors. In Game 5 against the Toronto Raptors, he suffered a torn Achilles, which shocked the entire basketball world. He had surgery soon after and then missed the whole next season after signing with the Brooklyn Nets. Later, when Durant talked about that recovery, he made it clear that he would never rush back before his body was fully ready.
We've heard talk about you coming back faster than anybody, new technology. Don't believe
Still
that.
human.
That experience changed how Durant deals with injuries. Since then, he has become much more careful instead of rushing back onto the court too early. So when news of the ankle bone bruise came out, many people noticed the same pattern again. KD stayed patient while the basketball world turned his injury into a major talking point. The timing made it even harder. Durant had just finished his first regular season with Houston after being traded from Phoenix in the offseason. He averaged 26 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4.8 assists while playing 78 games. Most of the season, he looked healthy and focused, but the playoffs brought more bad luck. Before Game 1, KD was suddenly ruled out due to a knee issue. He returned for Game 2, played 41 tough minutes, and then later rolled his ankle in the game. Just like that, another injury story took over the NBA news cycle, and once again, Shaq somehow became part of the conversation. Whenever Durant makes headlines, Shaq often shares his opinion, and fans immediately react. Earlier, when KD said he should be in the GOAT discussion, Shaq responded on his podcast. Now with KD injured again, Shaq had more comments. The reaction spread quickly on social media. Fans searched for KD's response. Sports shows used split-screen debates, and podcasts broke down every quote and reply. What started as an injury update quickly turned into another heated NBA discussion online. The medical side of KD's ankle injury made everything more complicated. Dr. Lopez explained that recovering from a bone bruise is not simple. The rehab has to be managed carefully, because pushing too hard too soon can make the injury worse. The main goals are reducing swelling, controlling pain, and using compression to support the ankle. That's why players with this type of injury often wear compression sleeves or tight recovery socks during rehab. Water workouts also play a big role because they help athletes stay fit without putting stress on the injured joint. According to Coach Ime Udoka, the Rockets' medical staff was working around the clock to help KD recover. Reports even said Durant was seen using an anti-gravity treadmill before the team traveled to California for a playoff game. But this injury wasn't happening in isolation. The timing made it much bigger. Houston entered the playoffs as the third seed in the Western Conference, building the roster with one clear goal: winning a championship. With KD playing at an elite level, getting Durant from Phoenix was a major move. The Rockets gave up important assets in the trade and also signed him to a 2-year, $90 million extension. So when he got injured in the first round, people started questioning the entire plan, that it wasn't just about missed games anymore. Fans began wondering if the Rockets' gamble on Durant was already starting to fall apart. Then rumors started spreading everywhere. Yahoo Sports analyst Kevin Durant said Houston was right not to rush KD back, but he also added fuel to the discussion by questioning whether Durant would still be with the Rockets next season. That comment went viral online at the same time. Reports suggested some Rockets players didn't fully know KD's recovery timeline, while others defended him for criticism. Alperen Sengun was one of the teammates who publicly supported Durant and pushed back against the noise around the situation. That's the environment Shaq stepped into when he started talking about KD again. The injury was already tied to trade rumors, locker room discussions, and non-stop debate about whether Houston made the right move by bringing him in. Every opinion suddenly mattered more, especially when it came from someone as outspoken and influential as Shaq. Durant's injury history also added more pressure to the story. Most fans remember his Achilles tear in the 2019 NBA Finals, but that wasn't his only setback. During his Brooklyn days, he dealt with hamstring issues, and in Phoenix he had calf problems. As he has gotten older, managing his body has become a key part of his career. The Rockets were aware of these risks when they traded for him. They likely expected him to miss some regular season games. What they didn't expect was for an injury to hit during a crucial playoff series. With everything on the line, the tension only grew stronger. Shaquille O'Neal has built a well-known media presence when it comes to commenting on Kevin Durant and the modern NBA. Whether on Inside the NBA, his podcast, or social media, Shaq often speaks his mind, and KD is usually part of the discussion. The latest moment came after Durant said his name should be in the GOAT conversation. That comment quickly spread across sports media, and Shaq was asked about it during a podcast appearance.
Without hurting people's feelings, people get sensitive. KD says the other day his name should be discussed in the greatest of all time conversation.
Shaq was careful at first, almost like he knew the response would blow up online. He mentioned the players he personally considers in the GOAT conversation: Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Then he said the line that caught everyone's attention. Shaq made it clear that, in his opinion, Kevin Durant's name doesn't belong in that group.
Is he one of the greatest of all time? Yes.
He's one of the greatest ever. We've never seen another KD.
Should he be in that conversation?
That difference between being an all-time great player and truly being in the GOAT conversation is exactly where Shaq draws the line with Kevin Durant. According to Shaq, it's not about questioning KD's skill. He believes Durant is clearly an elite player. But being elite and being the greatest of all time are two very different levels at the same time. Shaq has still given Durant a lot of credit. His praised KD as one of the most unique and talented scorers the game has ever seen, making it clear that his criticism isn't about disrespecting his ability.
One of the best players that we've seen of all time.
But I want to give him a GOAT kind of status.
Shaq described KD as a once-in-a-generation talent, someone with godlike skills and a nearly 7-foot body. In his view, Durant can dribble, shoot, and score in ways most players his size could never imagine. The praise didn't stop there. Shaq has often compared KD's scoring ability to the greatest shooters in NBA history, calling him unstoppable and saying players like him rarely exist. But despite all that respect, Shaq still believes something is missing from Durant's legacy when it comes to the GOAT conversation. And this is where the debate gets heated. Shaq says his issue isn't KD's talent, it's how his championships are viewed. He points to Durant joining the Golden State Warriors in 2016 after they eliminated the Oklahoma City Thunder as the moment that changed the narrative around him. In Shaq's eyes, the decision led many fans to question the value of those titles. It also raised doubts about leadership and whether KD has ever fully proven he can lead a team to a championship as the clear number one option from start to finish. Drop your thoughts in the comments. 2. Do you agree with Shaq? Or do you think KD deserves more respect in the GAT conversation? Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.